Yeah, I'm very aware of the Chicago gang problem and just violence problem, period. And being even from Meridian, Mississippi, we have a violence problem. There's a problem with people and youth not having something to do. At some point, the value of life was, people don't value it as much anymore. The idea of living for the day and not a future. And it still goes back to the YOLO aspect. And ultimately, where you from is what you want to represent, but representing it so much that you not only become territorial, but it becomes violent in an aspect. Because if you come from nothing, you only have a piece, or this is all you have that's yours, you're protected by any means necessary. And I think a lot of times, and what I actually had the opportunity to do was leave my hometown, leave from where I was from to see other places and realize that the world is so much bigger than the block you live on, than the area you in. You know, and a lot of people that we sometimes look up to have already done so much in their lives that was negative or put themselves in a position where they can't go any further than that street corner. And so it's almost a misery loves company aspect. I think a lot of the youth just needs to be seen. There's so much more you could do, especially other than just being a rapper or entertainer or being an athlete, but you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be a teacher, you know, you could do all these things. It's just important that we convey that it's cool to be educated. It's cool to not be violent, you know? Violence is becoming these things like you gotta be a tough guy. But in retrospect, the tough guy to me is somebody that raises their kids, somebody that understands that violence isn't always the key, it's not necessary. Protecting yourself is one thing, but just being violent isn't the move. It isn't the way to handle situations, especially when you can think them through. You know, the idea of giving somebody a gun in order to protect themselves isn't necessarily the best thing to do, because that energy now you're giving them, it's like, it's just that easy to take a life. When you might have thought your way out of this situation. You might have put your brain power like, you know what, I'm just not gonna go that way anymore. I'm not gonna turn up on this person in the club. I'm not gonna go to my trunk and get this. So I think the value of life has just decreased so much, man, because we are desensitized. We see a lot of things on television. We see live executions on websites. These kind of things will make seeing somebody get killed right in front of you just as fake as seeing it on TV.
It's difficult to stand on stage for the many times I open up for Wiz Khalifa and be booed.
So we was going around tagging walls and shit, and then the police just rolled up on us.
And he's like, when the Remy's in my system, ain't no telling. He's like, hold on, let me do it again.
I hope I'm a revolutionary. I hope I am. I want to be. You know, if I can get out the box a little bit and people let me speak and say what I got to say, yeah.